Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more AFL 23. Here today on the channel we have episode 5 of my Brisbane Lions Management Career Series. Here today, first up, we have the mid-season rookie draft. So hopefully we can pick up a player just to help us out. So if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. Alright, so the Giants have the first pick, followed by the West Coast Eagles, Richmond, Western Bulldogs, then Fremantle. So where are we? We must be further down the pack significantly. So we have the 12th round pick. Thankfully, we haven't had an injury crisis, so we don't really need, we're not desperate for any specific player. So we've got Sydney Stack here, Narkle, McDonald, Naismith. I reckon that's that I think, was he on the books at one point? Maybe. Phillips. There's a lot of names here. I don't recognise overly too many of them. So this is interesting. So Sydney Stack, Quentin Narkle, Oscar McDonald, former Melbourne player. So Narkle's going to go. Naismith's going to go to the Doggies. Sydney Stack now plays for St Kilda. That's hilarious. So I don't even know. I don't even need a player. I don't even want a player in this mid-season draft. I suppose we just try and pick up someone to maybe basically trade in for a future draft pick. I don't know. Yeah, Sam Naismith has gone to Western Bulldogs. Collier Dawkins has gone to Richmond. Tom Phillips, wasn't he at the Hawks at one point? I can't remember. But Sydney Stack, 23, 82 overall. 82 overall for Sydney Stack. I don't know about that. He's probably like a 77, 78 rated player. 82 is a bit high for him. Anyway, who have we got here? So, I don't really mind. McDonald, 2781. Ben Ronke, 2578. Is there someone who's like super, super young that has a massive potential? I'd nearly be more interested in that. Birch. Oh. Bring Grant Birchall back. That'd be quite funny if we were to do that. Oh, that actually reminds me. I wonder if Mitch Robinson is actually in the potential mid-season draft pool. Because I thought he was in this game, but I don't know. Yeah, no, I can't seem to find Mitch Robinson. Oh, because I'd bring him in mid-season, bring in Robbo. Well, I guess we'll go for Oscar McDonald. He's actually got a pretty decent potential. We don't need any defenders. We've got players like, we can't even fit Payne into the list. But let's have a look at him. So listed at the Cats at the moment, Oscar McDonald, 27. Yeah, I just don't need him. We could probably trade him in. Like, if we've got to pick someone, we might as well. So let's pick Oscar McDonald. And I think I'm happy with that. Let's move on to this match against the Hawks. So here is Oscar McDonald in the Brisbane kit. Who else did he play for, actually? I might just have to look at that real quick. So, I knew he played for the D's. Okay, he played for Carlton. 5 games for Carlton, 81 for Melbourne over 5 years. 6'5", pretty decent defender. Not a bad pickup. I'm sure there's plenty of teams in the comp that would eventually want him. But here we go, round 12. We go to the MCG. Don't have the best record there, and we're going to be facing the Hawks, who are currently in 11th under Sam Mitchell. We're top of the league still. Melbourne in 2nd, Port Adelaide 3rd, Essendon 4th, Carlton 5th, Sydney 6th. The Cats in 7th. St Kilda, who were at 2nd at one point, have really dropped off. And it really just seems between 1st and 12th is going to be vying for that top 8. How many packs are we seeing developing? We're sort of running away. Probably 2 or 3. What I mean by like ladder packs is like sometimes you can just sort of tell where the top 8 is going to be ending. But yeah, I would say now we're probably mathematically guaranteed to make finals, which is exceptional in our first season. But this team has a solid list. We've been blessed with no injuries, even though it's turned on. I think it's a bug. We're playing every single match. Any matches that I've simmed, I tend to pick up injuries. But 44 points. Melbourne not far behind, though. They're probably in a title challenge with us for that minor premiership. But it's a little bit windy now at the G. But let's get stuck into the Hawks, which I was tempted to nearly do a Hawks series under Sam Mitchell. They have got a really young and exciting list. Like, a lot of the players have massive potential. Like, they're not going to be the best if you were to play with them, but their potential would grow so much. And I think it'd be kind of cool going around and trying to steal as many young players. As a Tasmanian, I do have a lot of fond memories as a youngster going and see the Hawks at Lonnie. But here we go at the G. Gunston comes out against his former side. Finds Cameron. Doesn't go for him. He doesn't unselfishly go for the goal there. And he winds up Charlie Cameron. Great goal for the Lions. They kick the first goal at the G against the Hawks with Charlie Cameron getting things going. What a pickup he's been. The Big O back in the ruck, dominating. Big Bang finds Danaher with the justling tackle. Could go around the body. I kind of wish you could choose what foot. Like, Joe could probably kick with his right here. There might be a button to do it. I still haven't figured out how to bounce. But Joe goes back, cool, calm and collected. Scores the first goal for him. Celebrating with Lockie Chocky Neal. Great goal for the boys. Bang. Some people hate the brown and gold. I didn't as a kid, but it kind of grows on me. Yeah, people don't like that pooey Hawthorn brown. I do quite like that most Tasmanians refer to them as the Tassie Hawks. That's what I've always referred to them as. It's quite funny. Hawthorn? Where's Hawthorn? Ah, it's a suburb in Tasmania somewhere. Oh, yeah, right. Can't stand North Melbourne, though. I don't think even North Melbourne fans can stand them. But Link McCarthy back into the front line. I feel like Danaher, Cameron, and Jack have probably solidified their place. Same with Zorko and Bailey. There's just that, the Hipwood, the Rayner, and the McCarthy. I've been rotating those three in the front line. Because every single one of them hasn't scored that many goals this season. Barry's been brilliant, though. He's probably been one of the underrated players. Like Dunkley and Lockie probably wouldn't be where they are without him. Barry has been brilliant. But I'm curious to see what offers we get for some of our players. Also, contract negotiations will be coming up soon at some point. I probably should have done it earlier in the season, but I thought if we're doing well... Oh, over the post. What was the point I was making? Oh, right. If the team's doing well, we might be able to get players on cheaper contracts, technically. But also, because we're not rotating the team that much, there are going to be players like Cockatoo, the other Coleman, that probably won't re-sign contracts because they're just not getting game time. The main problem is we're not rotating the team. We've got a very lean list. I like my players, like a very, very lean starting squad. Everyone else, it's really hard to break into, but we get really good chemistry playing a consistent team week in, week out of proven AFL players. Third quarter now, looking for the 7th. Cameron going to slot another one here. And once again, we're running over the Hawks. I do think there's a massive dividing class between teams in 4th, around about that 8th, and then that 12th to bottom of the ladder. Also, guys, I'd be curious to see what you guys think. Where do you think the next AFL team's going to be after Tasmania? Because there have been some rumours as well that they want an even number of teams. Now, I have seen rumours and conjecture that potentially that could be another team, or it could be a team relocated or disbanded, potentially. North Melbourne, I'm looking at you. Nice grab. Good grab, Gardner. But I'd be down for, speaking of the next AFL team after Tassie, I'd be down for a new Perth team. They've got the numbers. Or a third Adelaide team. I think the Northern Territory, though, the ACT or would be kind of cool. I actually wouldn't mind a New Zealand team as well. I think that'd be quite cool. The All Blacks with like a fern in the middle, like an all black kit. That'd be kind of cool. Danaher slots another. And the Hawks just look incredibly passive in this match. It's turning into a goal montage. But at the moment, it's a race now in the fourth quarter. And for this season, to who's going to get the Coleman. I'm not favouriting players. I'm sure there's plenty of players in our forward line that deserve it. I'm not going to like deliberately pass to someone just because I want a particular player to win the Coleman. But the top goal scorer for Brisbane, it's all to play for. And I don't know what's going on with Hawthorn here. They seem just kind of busted. Sam Mitchell's team's just given up. We're allowing to score against them. Probably one of the lowest rated teams in the comp. Up there with North Melbourne. As Brisbane make it number 11 now. A little bit windy at the G though, as it veered off to the left of screen there. Out on the full. Hawks trying to bring it out as we bombed it forward. Dunkley. Speaking of Dunkley, haven't really seen him much in this series. We've seen a lot of Berry. We've seen a lot of Neil. I feel like Dunkley is such a selfless footballer. In real life, having this career safe, like he'll sacrifice a game where he could get 3 votes in the disposals. Like he's good enough for it to go, hey, I'm going to play a role in this system. I'm going to tag someone. I'm going to sacrifice and drop bodies for the team. Like he'll do that, and that's such a underrated quality. Taking one for the team as a footballer, playing the team and system role. Bit of a scramble here. Can we keep the Hawks to no points? Be hilarious if we could. Bailey plays on. Nothing special. 81 points. An absolute rout at the G. I also kind of like this Brisbane kit as well. Some people don't like the funky looking orange, but I do. Dunkley now. Oh, nearly got his goal. Oh, good grab in the end. Dude, Danaher went to absolute town on this one. To make it 14. And he does. Some of those goals have got a little bit close up and over the post. But it's another great goal from Joe. Big Joe. And that's it. 14 goals to 3 behinds. A outstanding performance once again from the Lions. Let's have a look at the stats. Jeez, look at the worm. Absolute dive bombing. 8 for Joe Danaher. I knew he scored a lot, but I didn't comprehend 8. 3 for Cameron there. That's going to put him up there. McCarthy with just the 1. All right, moving on now. Round 13. We play the Sydney Swans at the Gabba. So Melbourne in second, Essendon third. They're doing all right. Sydney, Geelong, those 4 teams are probably you'd think would be up there. Carlton, Collingwood, a bit of a comeback. North Melbourne as well. West Coast and the Giants. Richmond and the Suns having a terrible run this season. We're still undefeated with 12 games. Our percentage point is off the charts. Charts 400%. Oh, my days. Let's have a look at the goals, by the way. Oh, Danaher shoots up with that. Cameron. Oh, Bailey and Zorko have dropped off a little bit. Same with Jacko. Who else is up there? Wingard. Oh, he'd be a pretty good player to pick up. Wines, 179. Potentially staking a claim to that Brownlow. Mackenzie and Hopper as well. Interesting. It's around 14. It just loaded in. Why did it change there? A little bit of a bug. Yeah. I'm just constantly trying to figure out... Like, I think the forward line is elite. Joe at full forward. Cameron and... Gunston up there. It's just trying to find and fine-tune that... Like, we got 5 out of 6 elite players in that forward line. I'm just trying to figure out who is that 6th player, because Hipwood, Rayner, Norm, McCarthy have really nailed it down. We probably could maybe look for another maybe another tall. I don't know. Potentially, we'll see. Like, I don't think there's, like, when I watch Hipwood and Gunston play, I don't really see that much of a difference between the two from time to time. Like, Gunston maybe has slightly more athleticism, but from shots you don't really notice from time to time. So maybe we could do with a forward in the off season. We'll see. Anyway, let's get stuck into Sydney. Massive match of the Gabba against South Melbourne formerly. Let's go. Oh, we actually lost the ruck contest there to Hinkley. McInerney with the handball. Zorko now, trying to find a target in the 50. Goes bang. Can't find Joe Danaher. And it wasn't to be. Sydney trying to bring something out from the back line. Going to the left of screen. What a pickup by Rayner. Back into the side. Finds Danaher to hopefully start off the scoring for the Brisbane boys. The Brisbane Bears. Can he get his first of the match? At the Gabba. A night match. Oh, veers to the left of screen. Sydney now. Trying to bring it out from the back. Ashcroft looking to intercept. Couldn't. Goes bang, just wide. Danaher. Oh, why are they doing that? That's silly. That's like the one thing you don't do. Pass it back in your D50 when it's like that clustered. And Danaher should slot this one. Did he? He did. It just went pretty close in the end. I was going to say, he kicked, what, 8 in the last match. He could have very well missed 2 there. Would have been typical Joe. And good grab. Berry. Oh, crunch. Rayner gets dropped as well. Yeah, sometimes Berry releases that. You do see on this difficulty, like, the major difference is the midfield consistency. Like, a team like Sydney, obviously, last year's AFL Premiership contenders and finalists, losing narrowly to the Cats. Lol. Don't know who that goes on. Probably favourites in this career series to try and make the final again. But a great goal from Joe there. Two goals up. Oh, Big O, nice. Go on. Can we get a little bit of space? There's just like hardly any space there. Opportunity now for Bailey to put his name on the score sheet. Winds up. Yeah, when he's in that forward 50, looks good. I love the little sideward glance. And he gets it. 2 big fists. Bang. And a pat on the back. Or maybe something a little bit lower. Douche. Zach Bailey goes whack. And hits the footy cleanly. Lions lead by 3. I don't know what's going on with the midfield there, but we've got a lucky deflection. What? How was that not paid as a mark? Paid as incorrect disposal in the end. Starcevic. wins the intercept. Trying to find Cameron. That's a massive run there, but oh, what? He dropped it, did he, in the end? Maybe. Jack Gunston now. Time to put his name on the score sheet. Siren goes for the first quarter. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit windy at the Gabba. Some of the footballs there sort of fizz and fade off to the end. But it's a blinding effort there by Jack Gunston. And the Lions are now 4 goals in front as we go into the second quarter of this match. Big O wins the ruck. Ashcroft picks it up. Hits it first time. It's a wayward shot into the 50 there. I'm trying to see an option. Jack was. That's a decent angle. He is right-footed, so he might be able to get that. I'm not going to lie. Ashcroft probably should have picked a better target there. Can we get around on this one with Jack? Ugh. The wind's going the other way. We're just... I can't believe that. Just pinging it to each other in the pocket. Charlie Cameron goes back and slots this one, though. Nice. Sydney just looks shell-shocked in this match. We're just running around with it. Brisbane go for number 6 here now. Just dominating the footy. Actually veered to the right. Alright. Some of our shooting has been a little bit offline, unfortunate. Lee. There we go. Good grab. Dunkley dropped. McCluggage. Neal. Bailey. Come on, Bailey. There we go. That'll do. We'll take that one. Bang. I actually don't mind this Sydney kit. South Melbourne, true and true. The Bloods, done. And Rich now. Looking to create something for Brisbane. Dude, Rich, we could chuck him into the forward line. Maybe that's our... maybe that's our 6th forward that we've been looking for. Left foot wizard. He actually can bang them in. He's pretty good at halfback, though. Like, Rich... kind of played half forward early in his career at some stages, I distinctly remember. But I think he's absolutely perfect for that backline spot, playing that Grant Birchall role. Cameron trying to get to it. They looked good there, Sydney, but we just like recycled the football so well. And Bailey should be able to nail and slam this one, you'd reckon. Zach Bailey, what a pickup. He is such a good player. Like, he's actually insane. It's like, oh, what are you going to do when Zorko retires? How are you going to get a player like him? Oh, yeah, we just got Zach Bailey coming out of the academy. Number 15 in the draft. Dude's 23. Oh, yeah, that's 10 years sorted. Something crazy that, like, I think 96 games, 96 goals he scored. Dude is an absolute gun. Originally from the Southern Districts. Played for Norwood at one point in South Australia. It's happy back in Gather Round as Sydney at this point in the match get a goal back thanks to Heaney, but at this point it's no more than a consolation goal. Ball up now. Hinkley in the ruck. That's a good handball. Oh, Buddy Franklin gets a goal. Great to see him get on the score sheet, but haven't seen much from him in this match. Buddy finds a target in the 50. Sydney play on. Andrews trying to cover it. Got caught out in the end as Sydney score another. Trying to whittle down Brisbane's percentage. I thought Buddy Franklin was about to play on there. Siren's going to go. Brisbane probably going to win this one by a handful of goals. Winds up. I think he missed in the... Oh, he just got it in. It was such a low camera angle there. I wasn't sure. But Brisbane win by 5 goals at the Gabba against the Sydney Swans. A decent result. All right. Franklin with 2. Heaney and McDonald with the 1. Cameron, Danaher and Bailey with 3 goals each. So, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching episode 5 of the Brisbane Lions Coach Career Series. Stay tuned for episode 6 coming out the exact same time tomorrow, where we'll have the match against St Kilda, a team obviously vying for that top 8 spot. So, unfortunately, got to wrap things up. Like I said, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. If you want to see more from me, check out the videos on screen. My name has been Simpzy. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.